From Doc Weisky Gymnasium on the Wilmore Center grounds of Ripon College, I'm Marty Ernser for Stretch Internet and Ripon Cable. Joining me is Coach Lauren Buzalaki, the head coach of the Women's Lady Red Hawk basketball team. We're moments away from tip-off, and Coach, you're in a position this season that we haven't been in up till now. You were looking a week ago at 9-0. Now you got some back-to-back losses against a really good quality Monmouth team last night, headed up by Turnbull. Now you take on a Grinnell ball club that's a decent ball club as well. What do you, at this stage with your players, because you have so much youth, what do you talk about, and how do you approach today's contest?
We just talk about still trying to stay true to our signatures, which is contesting shots, which we didn't do a great job of last night. Finishing possessions with a rebound as well. We weren't rebounding strong last night either, very strongly. So getting back to that stuff defensively in regards to our signatures, and then on the offensive end, just trying to be as efficient as we can be.
Yeah, so I felt your freshman point guard, Fall, really did a good job against two really difficult opponents that just made her work every dribble the entire evening. They did tag team on her, and I thought, yet she did a great job. Talk to me about that point guard.
Yeah, I thought Kiana had a great response from the St. Norbert game. She was a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end, which we obviously needed. We needed that Saturday too as well, and didn't get it, but she came back and responded well last night. Got us into our offense, which was a big deal, which we didn't get into a ton against St. Norbert either, so we were happy with that. And then just defensively, she's a tough player to go against because she's so strong, and she's just a smart, kind of savvy player. So she's really well coached in high school, and we've depended on her a lot. We'll continue to.
Okay, we got to go here, but I want two stats you can tell me to look for. What are two stats I want to see at halftime that will measure the success of Ripon at halftime in this game? What does Grinnell like to do, and what do you want to take away from them?
Yeah, I think they're going to be aggressive on the offensive end. I think we need to put multiple stops in a row together, and that should be reflective, hopefully, on the scoreboard. And then on the offensive end, we want to stay aggressive as well. They'll probably play a little bit of zone against us and a little bit of man, so we just need to be sharp in attacking those different defenses.
Got it. I want to thank you, and good luck.
Thanks, Marty. Thanks for being here.
So, for the Stretch Internet and Ripon Cable, I'm Marty Ernser, and we're just moments away from tip-off. Ripon College in the Midwest Conference welcome you to Midwest Conference Women's Basketball on Midwest Conference Television and the Ripon Channel. For more information on how you can watch Midwest Conference action live on your computer, log on to www.midwestconference.org and click on the left-hand side of the screen. Today's broadcast is being brought to you by Ripon College and the visitors from Grinnell, Iowa, in the Midwest Conference Stretch Internet and the Ripon Channel. I'm Marty Ernser, giving you the color today. Howard Hansen will be giving you, in a little bit, the player introductions. And behind the lens is Chris Jones, actually the new guy on the block. It's Cole. Now, I'll have to find out what his last name is later, but it is Cole for sure.
It's Gregney. Cole Gregney. Glad to have you along, Cole. I'm Howard Hansen. Thank you for that, Marty.
Yep.
And well, ready for another battle on this weekend, as it's been basketball weekend here in Ripon. As last night it was Monmouth, today it's Grinnell. This is the 43rd meeting between these two teams, dating back to the 92-93 season. Ripon leads the all-time series 32-10.
Yeah, that's hard to believe. I thought it'd be closer.
So did I. I mean, the way they've been going at it. And as we were talking just a little bit before we came on, both coaches are in their 7th season as head coaches. So a lot in common for those two. The standings coming into this afternoon's game is Monmouth and Ripon are tied at 9-2 due to that loss last night by the Redhawks to Monmouth. Then follows Cornell at a 7-3. Lake Forest is at 6-4, and Knox at 6-5. Grinnell is at 5-6, along with St. Norbert. Illinois College 4-7. Lawrence at 2-9, and Beloit at 1-10. And now for the starting lineups, we're trying to get those as they just put them on the board, so we're a little late on that. So we're going to have to call them as they call, as they come across here. Number 5, Sophia Ahula, the 5'6" sophomore from San Diego, California. Number 12, Katie Tomzik, the 5'11" sophomore from St. Cloud, Minnesota. Number 20, Catherine Stenner, the 5'9" junior from Chicago, Illinois. Number 25, Tyra Heath, the 5'9" junior from Phoenix, Arizona. And number 42, Ellie Goober, the 6' sophomore from St. Paul, Minnesota. The Pioneers are under the head coaching direction of Dana Harold, as I said, in her 7th season. And the Ripon College Redhawks wearing a little different uniform for this game.
Yeah, teal.
Exactly, to honor Coach Julie Johnson, who passed away this past summer. And teal is the color for the cancer
that she had.
So it's good to see. Even Coach Bukalowski is wearing a tealish colored top tonight. So they're all in there supporting the cause. And a lot of Coach Julie Johnson's alumni were here today to play in the alumni game. And
yeah, I got a chance to talk to some of them out in the lobby when I got here at right around the noon hour. And lots of laughs and giggles, memories, telling stories about games. It was so funny. It was so funny how we'll talk about it during the game. It was one of the experiences with Coach Julie Johnson with her players.
Well, and that's the thing is, getting back and having those players reminisce about all those good times and makes it a little easier on the soul to keep moving forward. So now for the Redhawks, number 10, a 5'9" junior from Kingston, Illinois, Jessie Ney. Number 12, a 5'9" freshman from New Franklin, Wisconsin, Jordan Bukaretz. Had to get that right.
I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Number 13, a 5'10" sophomore from Boston, Wisconsin, Skylar Brescia. Number 15, a 5'11" freshman from Muskego, Wisconsin, Bonnie Jensen. And number 21, a 5'1" freshman from Clayton, Wisconsin, Keena Fall.
And she had a great game last night, even though the Lady Redhawks were beaten. The difference we're seeing in the introductions here, that Allison Leslie is not playing due to an ankle injury. She's one of the premier three-point shooters in the conference. It's Bukoretz, number 12, the other freshman, one of the other freshmen, is getting the start today, did not start last night. Now, one of my old coaches that taught me how to coach, I should say, had an expression, it's not who starts, but it's who finishes. And And
Good point.
she can do both. And I think where she's starting is because of her defensive tenacity. I just love her rebounding and defense.
She hits the boards hard.
Yeah, and she's very unselfish.
So here we go. We're underway, and the Redhawks will control it.
Yeah, Bukoritz gets the rebound. Hey, you know what else we're seeing right here? Look at this. Look who's shooting right now and scoring. She's getting her first start that I've seen her get. And so there's two big changes we're seeing for the Lady Redhawks. I think a message is being sent.
That's what I was just going to say.
A message is being sent to
some of the others.
To the upperclassmen.
And there's a steal right away by Ney.
Jesse. She'll try to fill in with some of that three-point scoring.
Well, Fall is another one who can put them in from out beyond the arc.
This is a team that's very young.
Ney from the corner. Count it.
Huge for the Lady Redhawks, hitting a three early.
5-0 just underway here in the first period.
It's so different not seeing a red or white uniform.
Isn't it? I like it, though.
Knocked away by who else? Bukoritz.
There's a long three just off the iron.
Great box out.
And Brescia with the rebound.
Coach said they will oftentimes play some zone, Grinnell.
Little head fake.
Boy, nobody does a better head and shoulder fake than Skylar Brescia.
Just almost stepped on, gets that to go as the buzzer
Yeah, almost
goes
stepped
off.
out of bounds, almost didn't get the ball out of her hand, and she comes away with two. Ripon off to a sensational start.
Well, after last night's defeat, they really need to come out with a lot of high energy, and they are today.
And last Saturday's loss, too. So here they are hemorrhaging back-to-back losses after a perfect 9-0 start in conference play. Now fighting for their playoff right to be a top 4 team and ideally to host it.
A nice little turnaround jumper there put in by Heath. Makes it 7-2.
Here's a young player I've been so complimentary of in number 15, Bonnie Jensen for Ripon. And her last 2 games have not been by her up to her standards.
Yeah, you could see last night she was a little upset with her play, even though she did play well.
Fall trying to put pressure on the ball.
And that one doesn't go.
Yeah, how did that not go in? Boy, are they
Look at
playing
that hustle.
hard.
Jensen just, like you said, the message is sent.
Who's going to blink first? Good skip. Lots of
thought
time.
about it, just couldn't get the release off, and there will be a foul.
Yeah, probably on 12, I'm thinking.
That's what I'm thinking.
Probably for the trip.
Nope.
Nope. So
we both were wrong. What the heck?
That's why we're up here, not down there.
So that'll be on Ohua. Her first.
New shot clock, of course. They set it at 20.
They bring it back on top, reset it here. Put it up. Nice block there. Really.
And a theft by who else? From Kingston Genoa.
Ney with the steal and the basket. 9-2.
Intensity is not lacking on either ball club right now. I think what happens is when you're undefeated, nice theft.
And the foul, that'll be on number 12. Thompson.
Eventually, we knew 12 would be called for a foul. And when the word gets out that, oh boy, Ripon got beat by Norbert's last Saturday. Oh boy, Ripon got beat by Monmouth last night for their first 2 conference. All of a sudden, confidence.
Yep.
And okay, now you come into Ripon thinking, hey, you know what? If we play in your face defense, maybe we can beat Ripon too.
Megan Dilly just checked in, the
and
6-foot junior.
Yep, and she did two things wrong. She held on to the ball too long, and she held it at her waist.
Yep.
And for an upperclassman, you got to know you don't hold the ball at your waist. Chin up is the expression.
There's a offensive foul. That'll be on number 20.
Too aggressive to the liking of the officials.
Well, it's not bad when you shove, but when you got that full forearm out there,
yeah,
kind of reminds you of Kyle Rudolph against the Saints. 9-2, 5:50 to go here in the first period. Redhawks with that lead.
There
Inside
you go.
to Dilly.
What great post position by Dilly.
And she did that last night and was very effective when she was in the ballgame.
Every game we've covered this season at home for the Redhawks, I think she's had great job off the bench. Now, what I like about Bonnie Jensen, look at that pass, is her ability. Oh, and a finish by Nay. Nay off to a great start. Forces a timeout by Grinnell. What I like about Bonnie Jensen for a big is how she handles the ball.
She handled it like a guard.
And that outlet pass was like a point guard.
Well, that was a perfect throw because it caught her right in stride for the easy basket there.
13-2 by the Lady Redhawks in their teal uniforms. And fans, don't forget to tune in to every conference contest this season live on the internet at MidwestConference.org. Select League championships and tournaments will also be broadcast on Midwest Conference television all year long.
Redhawks come into this game averaging 64 points a game, and Grinnell comes in averaging 67. So tight-wise on that point.
Yeah, Grinnell they play right off their style of play, right off what the men do with that pressure. Continuous pressure. And already they got 3 personal fouls, Ripon with none.
Let's see if the Redhawks can keep up this tenacious defense.
Playing 10-minute quarters, not 20-minute halves here, so we're halfway through the first quarter now. Good swarming defense by Ripon, but she gets bailed out with the reach. We'll see who they call it on. That'll be Ripon's first foul.
Jensen will pick up that foul. Could have been her or could have been Dilly, either way. So Tomczyk will go to the line shooting 2.
So they went with the teal for the reasons that we talked about with the late Julie Johnson and her great battle against cancer. And then they went with the red trim.
I like that.
For the school.
It looks almost like a burgundy, not a true
because of that,
red.
The effect of the teal is
Yeah.
so dark against it. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like a uniform that would come out of Florida.
Exactly.
Almost.
Somewhere in that southeastern area.
Yeah. Wow, how'd she come up with that? Bakoritz.
Dilly. Good movement. Can't get that one to go.
No, it was a good shot. That was chest to chest on the defense. Good call. You know, and she wasn't sure, the referee, okay, am I going to call a charge? Or a travel. And I think it was the right call. And I love the way Dilly came up with the ball. Dilly
with 2 hands, like you've been saying all
along.
along.
And she took the handoff through the A-gap.
Elisa Burgess, the 5'9" senior from DeKalb, Illinois, checks in for the Redhawks. And they go to her right down underneath.
You better come up with an up and under or a hesitation dribble or something there, because right now they're blocking shots left and right in the paint against Ripon.
And Burgess will draw the foul right away. She's just coming back off an ankle injury. Last night was her first game. And
no, she played before that.
Oh, did
too.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the one that you and Casey did, I missed.
Yep.
She struggled last night.
She actually played at Norbert, so she's played. This is her third game since the ankle, and she's been struggling. It's
almost like she's pressing.
Well,
too hard.
I think that if that would be the word I would use.
That one's up, comes around. Dilly with the rebound.
There you go.
13-5, 4:10 to go here.
That's how you clear a rebound, Dilly. High post, Burgess. Well, look who's playing.
Yep.
You know,
she just snuck in, Allison Leslie.
And I didn't ask Coach if she was what her status was. So she just missed one game.
Well, I had an advanced scouting report this morning. I had Kiana Fall's grandmother in my store this morning. And she told me they had a whole group come over to turn around and from Clayton to watch those two play today. So she said she was playing. No choice.
Yeah, that's the kind of foul you don't want Dilly
picking up
4 feet above the three-point line. I appreciate the aggressiveness, and she knows that.
Sometimes you just get wrapped up in it.
Well, yeah. I mean, the coach, hey, they're fighting for their lives here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to be 9-0 and then lose your next 3, 2 of those at home,
you need to turn around and
that really changes things.
do everything you can to get back on track.
And like we've talked about with this Ripon squad, you have several freshmen contributing to this team. And so for them to be 9-0 and then all of a sudden boom, 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 it's like, wow, what's happened?
Brescia checks back in, gives Dilly a break.
You got a half dozen freshmen, and I dare say all of them pretty much contribute.
That makes everybody step up their game, that is for sure.
Wall had a great game last night. I said it before, and I can't say it enough. There you go. That's Skylar Brescia. That's what I expect to see. To the board, we know what she does on the boards. Kyle Rutkowski does what he does on the rebounding of both ends, and Skylar Brescia, the sensation out of Mauston, does what she does. She was getting limited floor time really the first third of this season. I was really surprised. Now, it's hard to argue with success. You're 7-0 or whatever.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
And but I just think she's so consistent with her energy of defensive and offensive rebounding. Good defense there by Sorbo, the Nakusa grad. But a great shot, though, nonetheless.
Heath with an excellent shot there, as Marty just pointed out.
Lots of time. Ooh, Sorbo didn't want to shoot the
Didn't
three.
want to put it up? That's
Why
all right.
not? You know what? I'm going to give up a good shot for a great shot from a great shooter.
From a great three-point shooter as Leslie gets on the board.
I think there's a lot of smiles if you're a Red Hawk fan, seeing her missing last night's game with that ankle and then coming back and knocking down her first three-point attempt.
Makes it 18-7, Red Hawks on top. One
great answer to excessive half-court defensive pressure is three. Boy, there's Ripon reaching again for the foul.
Sometimes you're beat, you just got to let it go.
Yeah, wall up on them. Turn your back, box them out, wall up, and then get ready for a hopeful rebound. Nay back in. Burgess takes the seat. Nay off to a good start. Got a theft, got a 3, got a basket down low, I think, for 5 of those 18 points. This would make it a single-digit lead if she makes this free throw.
She does. Cuts it in half. Claire Collier checked in number 23 for the Pioneers, the 6-foot junior out of Barrington, Illinois.
Barrington.
Got a couple of friends down there.
Very fancy. There's a lot of nice upscale suburbs in greater Chicago. Double? That double team.
That one up. That was a good double team coming over.
Yeah, when you get by and then the reach in by
Nay, I believe it's going to be on.
I was going to say Buckeritz, but let's see. Buckeritz. Let's see.
That's who they're going to call it on.
Yeah, they got her with her hand in the cookie jar on that swipe.
So that's the 5th foul on the Red Hawks.
Just under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Ripping off to a good start, but Grinnell taking full advantage at the free throw line to climb back into it.
They're getting a little bit of a run here, that is for sure. Can't get that one to drop. Brescia pulls down the rebound for the Red Hawks.
Ball screened by Brescia. For
10
fall.
on the shot clock.
Up, Mr. Target
Yeah.
was going for the reverse layup, hit the bottom of the iron. Ripon really looking for a stop here. Overlay.
That's it. Otherwise, that was an easy basket miss there.
And that tells me Allison Leslie is still favoring that ankle because she went by her, and that normally won't happen. Nice bounce pass. Look at that move. Walk.
They're going to call the walk, yep.
You can still do that, just maintain one of your feet. Yeah, coach is talking to her about it. She wants her to go up with it right away. Strong with the ball.
Bonnie Jensen checks back in, number 15 for the Red Hawks. And Annie Filkins checking in for Grinnell. 5'6" freshman out of Bakersfield, California.
Boy, she's quick.
Very.
Her first step, a California kid, her first step reminds me of 33, the guard out of Lake Forest, who single-handedly beat Ripon in the tournament a couple years ago. Wait, step through. Jensen?
Jensen, yep. That was a nice move through there.
For a big.
But she doesn't play like a big.
No, that's it. No, she plays like a guard.
10 seconds on the clock. And they're going to call blocking foul.
On Jensen.
Yep.
Wasn't set.
Got to get there quicker. That'll be her second.
Yeah, just ever so slight. Coach is questioning it. They're going to have to figure out what they're going to do with Aloha, Sophia, the 5'6" sophomore San Diego guard for Grinnell, because her dribble penetration is breaking down the Red Hawk defense and allowing to get high percentage shots. And right now, Grinnell, who got the rebound, Grinnell is they're making a living at the free throw line
exactly,
too.
and Ripon's helping them out with those little cheapies here and there. So that's the first period will come to an end. Red Hawks with the lead 20-12, but along with that, they've got some fouls that their personnel has put up.
5 already on Ripon. It was Grinnell with 3, or they had 3 to none, and then all of a sudden Ripon's the one that's gotten a little, a
little loose.
They're not moving their feet, and they're reaching, and they're getting the whistles as a result of it.
That does make it.
Getting alumni waving to alumni, hands in front of us, to the hands across to the suite.
The other side.
Into that fancy suite.
Yeah, so nice to turn around and see looks like the gals have dominated the suite up there.
Yeah, alumni ladies. I see one guy. Sorry about that, buddy.
Must be the server.
20-12, Ripon up by 8. So we'll have to keep track of the foul situation at halftime. Ripon's got to be smart. Can't have people like Jensen and Brescia and so forth getting in foul trouble.
So we'll see how they adjust here in the second period as we get ready to go.
Coach stays with her starters for the Red Hawks. And you know the point guard for Grinnell isn't coming out, the California kid.
She handles the ball so well.
With great feet. She is a quick.
She's going to be around for another 2 years. She is only a sophomore.
On the little pick and roll. Nice effort. Great move. Splitting the defense and then coming back from where you left.
Tomzik with the basket there.
Just like that, Ripon off to a great start, and now it's just a 2-possession game. Oh, nice find. She's bailing out, trying to avoid the block. She's got to develop an up and under move.
That'll be off of her leg, and it'll be Red Hawk ball. Dilly will check in.
Credit to the help defense by Jensen for the Red Hawks, forcing the turnover on Grinnell. Everything was right on that last set play. Brescia was on top on the high post, dished it, and then went down the lane line on the opposite of the ball side. She was open, but hesitation was the problem.
Down to Dilly. Dilly will show you how you go to the basket.
Yep.
And she'll draw the
See,
foul.
she goes into the defender and then is rewarded with the whistle.
Gabrud will pick up the foul there, her first.
Now, Brescia doesn't have the size. Now, they got her playing in that post position, but I think Brescia, let's take a look here. I think she's only, they have her as 5'11". I don't think she's a 5'11".
That's on a catalog.
I think she's maybe a 5'10".
And Dilly gets one of two. Makes it 7-point difference, 21-14. Just underway here in the second period. Glad to have you along on the Ripon Channel and Midwest Conference TV.
Grinnell playing that 4 out, 1 in, 1 down, and that's a popular. Monmouth men played that half-court offense also last night. Weak side rebound, Jensen, and she's pushing it.
She's looking, nobody open there.
Good feed.
Dilly goes up, can't get that one.
Almost got her own rebound.
She did. Timeout. They're going to call it travel.
Boy, I'm surprised. She's sitting down. I guess
Right.
if you're on your knees, you don't get up, you're okay. But if you're on your gluteus,
Keister, you can't.
yeah, gluteus maximus, I guess it is. I'm not sure why, but that's it.
Leslie checks back in for the Red Hawks.
Nay, right through that ball screen for the Red Hawks. Almost walked. Oh,
Little push off and nothing
no
called.
call. No call with the forearm push. Surprised. Great defense, I thought.
Yeah, right there.
Got to reward it. Got to reward effort.
Jensen looking, got to go up with it.
You know, she had Dilly on the post, and Dilly gave her the target hand right away. That's
There's
a walk.
Nice job of Dilly of just standing tall.
7.5 minutes till halftime. Ripon hanging on to a 21-16 lead. And if they're going to win today, they're going to earn it, the Red Hawks, the host team. Coming off of a loss last night to Monmouth, who's now tied in first place with Ripon.
Monmouth just came out and took it to Ripon last night.
Yep, defense, and that's how Norberts gave Ripon their first loss.
There you go, your beat, just let him go.
Yeah, got to be careful if you're Jensen. Didn't want to get that cheap foul. Nay looking.
Cleared it out for Jensen to go. And
see, I like
puts
that,
it
and
in.
that's exactly what it was. She went down that lane line one-on-one.
Well, she looked at Dilly, and Dilly took a step away from the lane, which drew the defender out and just opened it up really nice.
So it was one-on-one. Good defense, but too good into the legs.
Leslie will pick up her first foul.
I like to see that call on the other end where Grinnell, they get their arms up in the air and then they body you real aggressively, and they seem to let that go. Just make you're not reaching. Pretty much anything else does. So once again, what we're going to see at halftime in the disparity on free throw attempts.
That's going to be huge.
Yeah. And they're playing through the contact, creating the contact, and getting to the line. A credit to the Pioneers.
And they get them both to drop. And this is where it's keeping them in the ball game. It's only a 3-point difference now, 23-20.
Yeah, they're not just in it. They're there.
Their defense has really picked up here against the Red Hawks.
I can tell Leslie's not, maybe she's at
80%,
85. Yeah.
Just
Stepped
didn't
out
quite
of
have that
three.
pop in her legs.
Uh-oh.
And an easy breakaway basket there for Heath. And it's a 1-point difference now.
All the momentum that Ripon started with is now shifted to the visitors. And we do
Ripon's
get
going to take a timeout. Figured something had to happen. You got to have a talk, slow things down, change up that momentum.
Try anyway.
Exactly. 23-22, 5:59 to go here in the first half from Ripon.
A reminder that all select Midwest Conference championships and tournaments will be broadcast on Midwest Conference television during the 2019-2020 school year. Continue to check www.midwestconference.org for updates and announcements on fall, winter, and spring Midwest Conference television broadcast.
Hard to believe the spring sports are already starting to practice and getting ready for that as it's just around the corner.
Yeah, this is the month of winter ball for the Major League. And I'm going to need to go online and get a roster for who's with the Brewers.
There's been a lot of changes, that is for sure.
Here we go.
A lot of different faces.
Ripon's got 6 minutes to try to reclaim that momentum before they go into the locker room.
Jensen will go in hard.
Oh.
Just got double teamed on that. Three-pointer, count that one.
And their first lead of the game at the 7:40 or the 5:40 mark by Grinnell. 25-23, Grinnell.
Cross skip. That'll be a two-pointer.
Oh, my bad. I thought she stepped out of it, and I thought it was going to be short because it had so much arc, and it's just nothing but net. Great job by Fall.
She ties it up here at 25.
Good answer after rendering the lead.
They're going to call the block on Dilly.
Boy.
I thought she was pretty solid.
I thought she was, they didn't hit head on, but she was set. And they're going to give the advantage to the point guard that's just really creating all types of problems with her penetration dribble.
High arc on that free throw.
Not a lot of rotation on it either, but exactly right through the strings. Both of them.
55% free throw shooter. Gives them the 2-point lead here. 27-25, 5:07 to go.
You know, you would think if you're a senior and you're benched for the start, I would think that would light a fire.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to see for Ripon to see if some of that works out.
Can't get that one to go. Good move by Jensen. And they'll call the foul out there. Heath has been to the free throw line quite a bit today.
Wait till you see the numbers at halftime.
Yeah, it's going to blow us away.
Oh, that was are you kidding me?
That was not a good call.
No, it wasn't. Maybe 8th grade, not college.
And what it does is it takes away that possession arrow from the Redhawks.
That was, my goodness. There's Burgess working hard to get open.
Count it.
Hey, she was hungry there.
Yep.
And she's so much better doing that, in my opinion. Moving in the paint, making herself available, coming from the weak side to the ball side to receive the pass, and then attacking the rim with minimal dribbling.
She connects on the extra point, makes it 28-28 with 4:24 to go here.
Katie Carpenter also, one of those seniors that really put an exclamation mark on her career and that NCAA appearance in Minneapolis against St. Thomas, and really earned her playing time the former Clintonville Trucker.
Three-pointer, that's off. Burgess comes down with the rebound.
Oh, yeah, and she said, get out of here. Going with Finker reaching in. Sorbo. Nice pass.
Jensen didn't want it, takes it into the paint.
Yep. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Oh, nice job. There's a foul. Great job by Fall to get the defender on her backside and then created the contact.
As she backed into her.
Ahua.
Yep.
And she's going to take a seat.
That'll be her second.
Nice player.
Emmy Nyquist, number 21, comes in. She's a freshman out of Highland, Illinois.
Highlands.
I've been to Highland Park High School. Connects on that one.
Gives them the lead. 3:45 left in the first half. And we're going to get a substitution here for the Red Hawks.
Makes them both, makes it 30-28.
Scheringer comes in to give Fall a well-deserved blow.
Scheringer is the 5'5" freshman out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin.
And she's good. She's good enough to start as a point guard. That's how the recruiting class is for Coach Buzalaki of the Red Hawks.
Tomzik and Burgess just going at it underneath there.
Finally, body that worked for Ripon and getting the whistle the other way. Either no call or in that case, the violation.
The travel, yeah.
But both teams playing extremely aggressive defense. I think the difference maker has been the ability of Grinnell to get to the free throw line in the first half. Burgess almost with a theft. What a move. That was more than halfway down.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of spin on that one to bring it back out. Sorbo will pick up the foul, her second.
So what I've been complimenting Ripon about this year is the athleticism, okay? What I'm noticing here with Grinnell, the athleticism.
Exactly.
You know, not so much size. There was more size last night with Monmouth beating the Lady Red Hawks last night, size with some athleticism. But this is really, you know, this women's team is really a mirror of the men's team in the style of play and the aggressive defense and any opportunity to shoot a three, why not attitude.
Almost a steal there.
Yeah, it was. There's Nay. You got to look because Nay was curling around.
Count it.
Boy, that's something we
Scheringer. Yeah, you don't see him put those up too often. Nice shot there. Gives a 33-29 lead for the Red Hawks here. Under 2.5 to go.
Wow. Great job on defense on Sorbo to hold her ground. Got knocked to it. We're going to get official timeout.
They're going to call in a jump ball.
Well, she's hurt because Brian Asinger comes over to check her out, the trainer for the Red Hawks. 2:20 remaining, 33-29. Red Hawks on top as they're going to check this player out.
That was when they both had the ball and just it was the pull down that made the difference as she spun around. Reminded me of an old wrestling move where you do that hip throw and she landed right on the back of her head.
Well, if you ever go watch a younger girls basketball game, I can't tell you how many held balls you're going to get. And they'll normally, when they're fighting for it, the one will try to sit down with it to use her body weight very frequently. Or the other thing you want to do is if there's a whistle in there and you're both fighting for it, let go. Yeah. Anyway, a reminder that all select Midwest Conference championships and tournaments will be broadcast on Midwest Conference television during the 2019-20 season. I just read this one last time. School year. Continue to check with MidwestConference.org for updates and announcements on fall, winter, and spring Midwest Conference television broadcast.
Okay, Tomzik, the sophomore, getting up slowly. And
Yeah,
we've got all day.
Yeah, you bounce her head off the hardwood, and they're going to take their time with her.
And she's a fighter, so hopefully we'll see her come back in.
Yeah, she is, and so is number 12 for Ripon, Bukoretz. She's my favorite fighter, certainly right at the top of the list when it comes to defense for the Lady Redhawks. So both teams amount to an official timeout due to injury. Getting a free timeout here to kind of collect your thoughts. You can talk to the players. And I really like the way that the Grinnell coach, Dana Harold in her 7th season. I like what she's doing with her ball club, as I do obviously Buzalaki.
5-second violation.
Well, Seringer really, kind of interested to see how she plays that point guard position. She takes care of the ball, that I know. Oh, and what a pass.
That was a nice feed, just unable to come up with it.
Yeah, it was the right type of pass in that traffic. Good find. Straight up.
And the basket put in there by Gubrud.
Good no foul by Burgess. Live for another day. Below 2 minutes till half.
2-point difference, 33-31. Redhawks on top.
Burgess posting. Jensen goes away.
And gets blocked.
And that's going to go the other. Oh,
they're going to call it a jump ball.
Redhawks.
That one I thought was going to go the other way. I thought Jensen hit it last.
I thought so too. What happens is, as an official, sometimes you're too close to it.
And you don't see the
you
whole
can't. You
picture.
Don't get the perspective, literally, so you're too close to make the call. One option is to appeal to your teammate, another official, but he chose just to say, hey, we'll jump it. That official down on the baseline reminds me of Mike Krzyzewski of Duke.
Yes.
Doesn't he? Even down to the hairdo. Nice feed.
Go up with it. Can't get it to go. Got the rebound.
Boy, they're letting them play tough down below. Ripon can't get a call down below.
Good defense by Grinnell.
Yeah, 10 seconds. Ball screen.
Go up. Gets the bounce. Not to happen.
40 seconds.
With the rebound.
Yeah, they can tie or take a lead on a three-pointer. Way to close the lane. Good job by.
There's a walk.
And you got to use the shot clock because there's 30.2 seconds.
Yeah.
Eh? Good job by Bonnie Jensen to plug the lane and creating that turnover on the help defense.
Get a couple of changes here.
Well,
Leslie coming back in for
Yeah, keep your eye on
Redhawks.
her. Right, Howard? Keep your eye on her to put her in with 30 seconds till half.
You're looking for a three-point shot.
Yeah, maybe even a set play. Coach called something just now. Extending that defense.
Ney looking, she's driving. There's a little scoop shot.
Boy, was that pretty. This is one of Ney's best efforts so far in the first 20 minutes I've seen in a while.
Good adjustment by her. Long three-pointer. That's a nothing but netter. And that's where the first half will come to an end. In a great first half by both of these teams.
Wow. I tell you, for a 9-0 team to lose your next two and now to be in a dogfight at home against Grinnell, it hasn't gotten any easier for Coach
That
Buzalaki.
it hasn't. So 35-31, Redhawks on top. For those of you watching live on MWCT, we'll be back in the second half in about 12 minutes. For those of you watching on the Tape Delay Ripon channel, we'll be back with the second half in just a moment. Welcome back to the campus of Ripon College, where it's halftime as the Ripon College Redhawks lead the Grinnell Pioneers 35-31. For Grinnell, they are shooting 50% on the game from the field. They're 9 for 18. They're 1 for 4 from beyond the arc and 12 for 18 for 67% from the free throw line. They're being led in scoring by Tiara Heath with 13 points, Sophia Ahula with 4, and Katie Tomczyk with 7. For the Redhawks, they are shooting 42% from the field. They're 13 for 31. They're 3 for 4 from beyond the arc for 75%, and they are shooting 86% from the charity stripe as they are 6 for 7. They are being led by Jessie Ney with 9, Bonnie Jensen chipping in with 6, and Skylar Brescia and Kiana Fall each with 4. Turnovers in the game, 11 for Grinnell, 6 for the Redhawks. Rebounds, Grinnell leading that with 16 rebounds, 13 of those are defensive. The Redhawks have 14, and 9 of those defensive, 5 offensive. So it's been a battle for the Redhawks here as they jumped out to a big lead earlier and then turn around and fell behind and then regained that lead. And I'm just being joined by my partner Marty Ernser, and just went through the stat you were looking for was the the turnovers. Unbelievable there. 11 for Grinnell and 6 for the Redhawks.
Yeah, and I think 6 by Ripon under that relentless pressure by Grinnell is hey, I'm happy with that.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Especially with having the lead.
Yep. And that's also a good sign for Ripon to dominate out of the gate and then to relinquish the lead and then to gain it back. I think it'll go a long ways in a vote of confidence. Now looking to see, and the coach is going to stay with her starting 5, so she sent a little disciplined message, which is a sign of really a strong coach, and to send a message to the other players that, hey, this is what, sometimes this is what I expect, and when it's not there for a period of time, we gotta respect it and do what's in the best interest of the club. And I think there is some energy when they come in.
Oh yeah, you see that. So here we go. Grinnell has, like I said, played great defense in this first half, and at times it's given the Redhawks fits.
It's about feet. What are they going to call on that?
They're going to call it jump ball.
It'll stay with the Redhawks.
Nope, they're going to say went out of bounds off of.
I saw her.
Yeah, saw her go double thumbs up, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, nonetheless, the host team will get it.
And they did call the jump ball. So Fall with the ball on top.
So it's been a game of swings. Ripon pretty much winning the first quarter for the most part. Grinnell coming back and fighting to take the lead at one point. What a
there
feed.
You go, waiting for the defense to overload and feeding it to the
oh my goodness,
standing alone Jensen there. Beautiful play.
Calm under fire was Brescia, the sophomore.
They're going to call clear out with the elbow.
Yeah, and that's huge. That's 3 on the California kid.
Ahuja with picking up the 3rd foul. And that, and she'd been doing that all in the first half, and they've kind of let it slide.
Well, and I felt that there was another player that got away with it as well. But you're not going to get them all. You try to get a flow to the game, and consistency with your calls is all you can ask for. Good to see number 12 for Grinnell back out on the floor.
Yeah,
Tomczyk.
She took quite a fall in the first half.
Speaking of fall, we're going to
3-second violation. No camping in the lane.
Yeah, what happens? You get the ball down to the post, weak side for that team. In this case, Ripon, you're running in to get a weak side rebound, expecting the ball to go up, and it didn't. Point guard now for Grinnell called a play. She shook her jersey, and they're going to get the blocking foul again. Is that on Turner? Let's see.
That's going to be on Jensen, number 3.
I don't know where Turner came from. I meant Jensen, and that's a big foul on them.
Got Tina Turner on your mind?
I
music?
don't know. Yeah. Yeah, what's love got to do with it? I'll tell you right now what's basketball got to do with it. And you got 2 of the premier players on both teams with 3 fouls early in the second half.
Right. We're just under our way here.
Yeah,
minute and a half into the second half, yeah. 37-33, Redhawks with that lead. Everybody standing, got to move.
There you go.
Off the iron, strong rebound. Putback couldn't do it, but Jensen not standing up on top after that three-pointer and shooting the lane.
She came flying in. Brescia, first of all, with her offensive board, good job to avoid the foul over the back. Put up a credible shot, overlaid slightly off the window. And then Jensen came flying over there between a few jerseys.
Tomzik picks up her second foul. Makes the front end.
Violation.
That lane violation. 38-33, 8:08 to go here in the third period. Redhawks with the lead. Glad to have you along. Marty Ernster, I'm Howard Hansen. Midwest Conference TV and the Ripon Channel, bringing you this one.
Chris Jones, he's got a newbie working behind the lens.
Cole Gregney is there, doing a good job.
Yeah, he is. Camera's not upside down.
Hey, it's still in his hands. I'm thrilled. Oh, there's the cutter.
What a pass.
Couldn't get it to go.
Oh,
a little too far under.
What a beautiful play.
And a nice pull up there by Tomzik.
Yeah, that injury didn't hurt her. We're going to get a timeout called by Grinnell, just a 30.
Yeah.
Interesting there.
Yeah, kind of the momentum's kind of starting to flow your way.
Yeah, well,
surprised you want to break that up.
Well, that tells you just what it's the coach wants to be so emphatic to make a point that she's willing to do that, because I agree with you. A reminder that all Midwest Conference men's and women's basketball conference contests, along with the league tournaments and select non-conference games, will be broadcast live via the internet on Midwest Conference Television this season. Visit www.midwestconference.org for more information.
Well, exciting basketball going on throughout the Midwest Conference this weekend. We had 2 thrilling games last night. Men's game earlier against Grinnell.
Today,
kind of a shocker. In my opinion, I didn't expect it to be as lopsided as it was.
No. And the effort by Ripon is the reason why.
The defensive effort.
Yes, they left it all on the court, and it really is the catalyst to their offense. Name with the crossover.
There's the feed in. And it's a scrum on the floor, and they're going to call jump ball. It'll belong to Grinnell. Nyquist will bring the ball up court for the Pioneers. Looking to go inside. Nice defense there by the Redhawks.
Ripon clinging to a 1-point lead. They didn't need that. Dribble penetration.
Brescia will pick up her first foul. That's the second team foul.
Tomzik put that pressure with her dribble as she.
There's the travel, yep.
Yeah.
Little stutter step there before the contact. 38-37. 6:45 to go here in the third period. Redhawks holding on to that 1-point lead as Grinnell has been fighting back.
Good feed to the post.
Dilly backing that in. She'll get double teamed. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. And she'll draw the body foul.
Great job on that offensive rebound and putback by Dilly.
Gubrud will pick up her third foul there. That's the third team foul.
Allison Leslie not being able to get open for threes. And that's a credit to the Grinnell Pioneer defense.
Moving quickly to get on her. Gets that one to drop in. 3-point difference, 40-37. Redhawks with that lead.
Great job by Sorbo. She saw the lob pass coming into Tilly's person, and then she ran down and fronted her, forcing the turnover. Great job by the sophomore, or the junior, out of Nakusa. Speaking of Leslie.
Oh, couldn't get it to drop, but drew the foul.
And so Ripon has improved their 1-point lead to 3 on that last basket, and now Dilly will get a chance to shoot 2.
Guru will pick up her 4th foul, so she'll have to come out. Claire Colley will check in for the Pioneers.
This type of game with all the action and physicality, it'd be interesting with Bonnie Jensen with 3 fouls, how coach is going to play that with her, as it is over on the other side too.
There's a
with the point guard Ahua.
Yeah, she has
for
3.
Grinnell, she has 3. What do we got going? They're going to inbound again.
To allow for the substitution. Okay.
That's the same official that called that held ball that was questionable. Here we go. 6 minutes exactly left in the third. Ripon nursing a 5-point lead.
And that nice job of Dilly getting over there quickly into the corner.
Closing on the shooter. Close to a walk. Ripon trying to return the favor with pressure defense. Beautiful job.
Yes. Collier.
When you set the ball screen, you got 2 options as a defender. You switch it, you go over the top, or you sink. Ripon sunk, and she said thank you. Knocked down a 3 ball.
Dilly with the left hand puts that up and in.
Yeah, her step through left is pretty.
44-40. There's the cutter down to Tomczyk, and she walked.
Just like we saw in Brescia in the first half. You know, you realize you're too deep, so you want to make room and clear out, and you better dribble that when you shuffle.
So the turnover there by the Pioneers. 5 minutes to go in the third period.
Ripon 4 out, 1 in. Let's see it try to do the same thing on the handoff.
Sorbo with the nice little move.
Little up and under with the right hand off the window. I was going to comment earlier how we haven't seen Sorbo, who's an accomplished 3-point shooter herself, going through the screen. Ripon will be called for it. Speaking of Allison Leslie, she's probably the guilty party.
That she would be.
She went through the screen, and that's a no-no.
You got 2 choices, go around, up and over, or through, and she chose the latter. Tomczyk, nice knock away there by Leslie.
Oh, almost a turnover there by the inbounder. Boy, that whistle was blown before there was contact.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's twice in this game we've seen that.
Leslie will pick up her 3rd quick.
Yep. So there's 2 of your bigs, 2 of your forwards for the Redhawks with 3 fouls with lots of basketball to be played yet. 14 and a half minutes.
Gets the kind roll there.
Grinnell, a fine shooting free throw team, as they demonstrated in the first half and continue here in the third quarter as Nay gets ready to check in for the Redhawks.
Stender connects on both of those free throws.
Burgess taking care of her equipment with the tying of the sneaker.
46-42. 4:30 to go here in the third period. Red Hawks on top. There's that move by Dilly.
Oh, does she love her left? Fall going to make Grinnell work for the inbound.
Well, you never know. You might get a freebie turnover there.
Yeah, if anything, you take time off the shot clock. It's down to 20 already.
We're going to get an offensive foul underneath.
Yeah, setting a screen away from the ball. As well, there's the one answer we have now as Dilly comes out. Jensen comes in with her 3 fouls. For Ripon.
Tomzek picks up her 3rd foul, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one for Grinnell.
Nay had a good first half. Here she is now.
Yeah, and that's why they're on her pretty tight. She did have that good first half. Burgess backs it down. Double dribble, yeah.
I'd like to. Here's the deal with Burgess. Makes herself available in the post, receives the ball. Instead of putting it on the floor, if you're not going to turn and shoot right away,
kick it
back out because they drop down and double immediately. So kick it out.
And with her, they double up on her left
Great
side.
defense. Wow, I don't understand that call. We had a better angle than they did. He said that was off of Sorbo's leg.
Yeah.
Huh.
Had the right view, I guess.
Ball screen up high. Fall got right through it.
And the steal.
Yeah, someone forgot to take the ball. What a pass.
And Burgess draws the foul.
Big to big. Isn't that something? Your 2 bigs.
And they're
beating the defense down there.
Claire Collier picks up her 1st foul. That'll be the 5th team foul on the Pioneers.
Yeah, Bonnie Jensen makes for a tough matchup. Anytime you have a big that can handle the ball with great feet like she can, she's going to be a good one with 3 more years. Nice touch by Burgess, the DeKalb grad. Talk to her about that being a barb.
Jensen will have a seat as Dilly comes back in.
8-point lead. It's been a while since Ripon's been able to
shake it above 3.
Yeah. This pesky Grinnell team, you know they got revenge on their mind. That's a walk.
Yeah, in anybody's book.
You know, she's got revenge on her mind. Good help by Fall to reach in and create more havoc on defense. Ripon really took it to Grinnell in their house. And Grinnell would love nothing more than to return the favor, understandably. Nice feed. There's a dribble, though. Missed everything.
Dilly, nice job of saving it, getting it to Sorbo.
For the 3.
Off the back of the iron. Coach tried calling timeout right away, and a little too late, the official said. So the turnover by the Red Hawks. 50-42, 2:35 to go here in the third. Bringing this one to you from the campus of Ripon College.
Yep. What building are we in?
Well, you know what I'd like to say, but it's the Wilmore Center.
On the Doc Weiske Memorial Court.
No, Doc Weiske Gymnasium.
I did say court, my bad.
Yeah. Johnson Gillespie Court.
Yes.
Too many names.
A lot of them, that's for sure.
I think if we buy a couple of chairs, they'll name them the Sir Hansen chairs.
I've already done that. I have 2 game chairs. I did.
Oh, 2 of the bench ones, yeah.
Yeah, I bought those,
yeah.
And then they go and change the logo on me. My name was on the scoring table there with other names for that. In other words, not for buying those 2, but for donating.
Right.
Anyway, let's get back to the
game here.
Yeah. After that missed shot, Ripon with a chance to try to get back to a double-digit lead should they succeed in scoring now.
Down to 10 on the shot clock. They're looking for Dilly, and it just wasn't there, and it's kicked out of bounds. So they'll reset the shot clock. So that's in the favor of Ripon for that. Foul, go to the baseline. Oh, should have put it up. She had the window.
But the weak side teams have not been able to score in the last few possessions.
Dilly, nice feed to Sorbo. Sorbo goes up, and she'll go to the line shooting 2. Heath will pick up her first. Sorbo, a 63% shooter from the charity stripe. Connects on both of them, makes it 54-44 with 25 seconds to go here in the third.
Grinnell needing a basket very much here to feel good about themselves going into the final quarter of play. Curl move, there she is.
Off the glass. Can't get that one to go. Dilly in the face, and a nice job defensively by Dilly.
Multiple offensive rebounds, but the short jumpers couldn't be made by Grinnell. So with a double-digit lead, it's been a while since you could say that.
That's for sure.
In fact, the coach for Grinnell is talking.
She's upset.
Oh yeah, and I can see why.
Yeah, there was a lot of contact and nothing was called there, and Coach Harold, definitely upset. But the third period will end 54-44. Redhawks up on top. Coming up on the calendar.
Yeah.
On this coming Wednesday, the 5th. The Redhawks will travel down to Lake Forest to take on the Foresters in a big game, and that will be a 7:30 start. Grinnell, on the other hand, will turn around and host Beloit. And,
so the men will tee it up at 5:30. If you want to tune in, if you want to watch on Stretch Internet, you simply go to the Lake Forest website and you find the schedule, and you scroll down to the that game on Wednesday, and then it'll say on the schedule, say watch over on the right side. You hit watch,
and it's live.
It takes you right to the screen. You hit that little triangle, kind of like YouTube, and there you are.
You're all set.
Yeah.
Well, as of today, conference standings are like this. If tomorrow was the start of the tournament, coming into today, we have to specify, Monmouth would be hosting as they beat Ripon last night. Both Ripon and them are at 9-2. Cornell College is at 7-3, and Lake Forest, who Ripon will be taking on Wednesday, would be the 4th spot at 6-4. So,
and Ripon will, when they get there, Ripon's got to find a way to beat Monmouth in their house.
Just off the front edge there. And an excellent job trying to save that was Sydney Pittenger, the sophomore from
Colorado.
Colorado. And her parents were in my place yesterday, and nice people to talk to.
I talked to the mom a couple weeks ago coming out the front door after one of their wins. Yeah, they are. Very pleasant. I haven't met him, but met the mother.
Both very nice people. So we're underway here in the 4th period.
And just like we thought, the starting point guard, Ahua, is out there.
A little off on that shot.
It's a good sign. 2 Ripon players fighting for the defensive rebound. And here we are into the final decision-making.
Down inside to Pittenger, and Sydney gets on the board.
I think she's got great feet for a big, and she can got a couple different post moves too. She's just an underclassman. What's interesting now, Coach has both the backup point guard with the starting point guard on the court for Grinnell.
Well, they both can handle the ball very well. Down inside, can't get that one to go. That one was altered there by Dos Santos for Grinnell. Look at that battle underneath. Pittenger and Dos Santos just going at it.
Away from the ball.
And they're going to call it on Dos Santos.
Yeah, she's a banger, too. I noticed that right at the get-go to start the game.
So she'll come out.
She's a nice player.
She's a junior out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Tough city.
That's why you can tell how she plays the game.
You know, King Kong is considered effeminate in Philadelphia.
Pittenger.
Almost got her own rebound, couldn't quite. And they're off and running, you can bet.
From outside, count that one, three-pointer there for Oahu. And that'll make it 56-47 at the 8:10 mark.
Yeah,
Redhawks with that lead.
The value of the three-point shot just showed you why right there. Gets you a lot of momentum going into that timeout. Fans, don't forget to tune into every conference contest this season. Live on the internet at MidwestConference.org, select league championships and tournaments will also be broadcast on Midwest Conference television all year long.
Well, the Redhawks come into this game averaging 64 points a game. They're at 56 right now, so easy to say they should turn around and make that.
Where are you going?
They're allowing their opponents just 55 points a game, so they're still within that stat also, as Grinnell is at 47 with 8 minutes to go. Something's got to give because Grinnell is averaging 67 points a game.
Well, here's my feeling. Ripon's a better team offensively in the half court when they can get the ball down low, okay? Grinnell is fine doing either. And the reason why I say that about Ripon is because they haven't been able to get Leslie untracked on the three ball. So I think offensively Ripon try to pound it down. Grinnell, you can do either. They play a great inside-out game. So I think the difference in this is going to be who plays the best defense in the last 10 minutes.
And Grinnell has been playing a very tough defense
this
whole ball game.
Yes, they have. There's
Got 10 on the shot clock.
An example of it right there.
Burgess goes up and a little short on that. Scrum on the floor. It'll belong to Grinnell.
Got to get a little more under control on that turnaround jumper.
That's more of coming off from the side.
Well, it's the defense. As soon as you turn around and square up on that spin shot, you know the defense is going to be there with a set of hands, and it's forcing you to rush the shot and shoot out of it.
Dilly checks in for the Redhawks.
Nice job. Oh, Kiana. Boy, if there's something that'll get your team jacked up, it's that type of defensive mentality. Look at that. Look at the bruises on her legs. You can see from up here in the Hawk's Nest.
She is a fighter, that is for sure. She gets that from her grandmother.
Look at it, inside out and then a skip pass, making that defense work. And don't kid yourself, Jensen can shoot the three.
Yeah, nice anticipation there
on
the pass by Nyquist.
Yeah, the backup point guard.
And a solid movement down court for Stender.
There's an example of good defensive play, turning defense into points.
A little long there. And
like I said, if I'm Ripon, I'm pounding that down to Dilly. I'm pounding that down to Dilly. She has not disappointed in that move to her left.
And they really have not been able to come up with an answer for her.
Granted, Ney had a really good first half, particularly the first quarter, both inside and out, making a three to start the game. But I'm going to take the high percentage shot and work it down low.
Going to get a foul away from the ball.
Going through a screen illegally was the Ripon player.
That'll be on Dilly. That'll be her third.
Below 7 minutes remaining. Ripon nursing a 7-point lead.
Two-pointer. Can't get that one to go. Nice job there. Grabbing the boards is Jensen.
It was. Look at her go with the ball. You're forward.
She's looking to start something down there.
But she's too far from the basket, is Dilly.
A little hard off the back of the iron. That'll belong to Redhawks as it'll go off of,
I think 23.
Yes, Collier.
Off of her. high top.
Thought Fall was going to put that up. She drives that baseline very well.
Is the third time the charm?
Nope, off the iron again.
Reload, make the defense work.
Clock is your friend. Use it if you're a Red Hawk.
If she's open, is she going to shoot a fourth? You bet she is.
Fourth time's the charm.
Well, she answers. Grinnell.
Well, the good thing about that is, not afraid to put it up. You miss 3 in a row.
No, that's
some players
that
will get that
courage.
in their head.
That takes
and
courage.
She just stayed with it.
Absolutely. Especially when you're that open. Don't foul.
And
Nay.
Tomzik drawing the foul down there.
And I wasn't sounding like a horse.
Yeah.
That's on Jesse, I believe. No. They're going to.
Yeah, it's on Nay.
Okay.
It's her first.
Hard to believe anybody's got their first foul in the fourth quarter.
This late,
in a game like this.
There's got to be, you would think fouls on everybody. Leslie checks back in now. As Fall will get a break.
Yeah. Fall and Leslie, dynamic duos from Little Clayton High School.
Pittenger checking in now to give Dilly a breather.
Pittenger, one of those players, has not gotten a lot of floor time, but I think she's showing the coaching staff that when I'm out there,
it's quality.
I'm not a liability. Exactly. I'm quality. I can score. I can do it all. I can play D. Strong with the ball. Good post moves. And a solid rebounder.
And doesn't get the second one as Burgess brings that one down. 5.5 to go here in the ball game. It's 59-50. Burgess goes up high for that. And they'll call the foul.
Great collapse by the defense by Grinnell. I thought it was a great one-handed stab catch by Burgess.
Yep. Ahuja picks up her fourth.
That is one of their favorite inbounds plays. What a great seal Burgess does with her own body. I love that inbounds play. Burgess, a decent free throw shooter in her own right. Just, I have no number in front of me. I just like the way she shoots free throws.
Oh, let's see what she's putting up here.
Don't tell me. See, she missed.
I didn't say anything.
But I know you were thinking it.
Yeah, I was. You got me.
See if she can get your team back to a 10-point lead.
Oh, she's 3 out of 4. And she's shooting 63% from the charity stripe.
Yeah, another one of those players like DeValk, I feel, are better than what their numbers are showing us. Maybe because oftentimes they make their free throws in big moments.
Perfect description there.
Tyler Rutkowski does the same thing. Good defense by Ripon being applied now. It's like they put on a Grinnell jersey. They're flying all over. Good move. Look at that finish.
Tomzik, beautiful job.
Tomzik, what a great move. No wonder Coach wanted her back out there after she bounced her head off the floor in the first half.
8-point difference, 60-52. Down to Burgess. She'll stop, pop, put it up, can't get it to roll.
And the foul
then
on
creates
her.
The foul
her
going
fourth.
over the back.
And it was a great shot. That's what you do. That's her game. Stop and pop. You're open. You're not forcing it into the teeth of it. It just didn't fall for her in that instant. That's only her second.
That's her second, yes.
Well, I'm sure she's committed at least 4.
Yeah, it's only been called for 2. Exactly. She'll get a breather here with 4:39 to go.
Boy, I remember her freshman year.
High energy.
Oh my goodness. And it wasn't a threat to score. And then her sophomore year, all of a sudden, offense came from nowhere. Her sophomore, junior year is very good. She's had some double-doubles this year, her senior year.
It's hard to believe those 4 years have gone by that quick.
Yeah, they're going to call a hold
Sorbo.
on. Yeah, Sorbo.
Hey, that was a hold an NFL lineman would have been proud of. She wasn't letting her get through. Nate checks in. and along with Jensen for the Red Hawks.
They're going to stack on the strong side elbow, so safety valve will go back. Let's see if they're going to try to set up a shooter. Travel? Yeah.
Yep. She shuffled that, and she's done that quite a few times in this game.
What she's doing, because I used to do it, she's on her, when she picks up the ball from her last dribble, she's taking one more little baby step to step off of, and she's sneaking in a little step.
He'll advise pass in the middle there.
Yeah, yeah. Once you've telegraphed it 2 or 3 seconds, and it's not there, you can't get it through the gauntlet. You got plenty of time on the shot clock. Just kick it back out to a guard, reset.
Yeah, or take the shot yourself. You're right there, wide open. The defense is backed off of you.
Yeah. But we're up here. They're down there. They're
right.
in the middle of the action.
Yeah. Dilly will check back in.
8-point lead, 4:09 remaining in the game. And it's not over.
It's far from over.
Because we know how Grinnell does from the charity stripe. Boy,
actually, it's better than that.
I have hexed everyone in both games.
Heath with the second one. Misses that one.
Okay, I didn't say anything. That was so hard that it hit the back iron and came out clean. It bounced out like a hard missed 3 shot. Here we go.
4 minutes to go here. 8-point lead for the Red Hawks.
They're in a zone. Grinnell is in a zone. I don't know if Ripon recognized it. He's going to call a block.
He's going to call a block.
Once again, though,
she initiated the contact.
I think she's being victimized. I think Tilly's doing a great job.
Yeah.
That one for sure I thought was solid.
She was set.
There. Now, if you want to call her for a reach, but
that was not the case there.
Well, they've been consistent on the call. I'll tell the officials, there's been one charge that I can reflect on in this game. Everything else has been a block.
Katie Carpenter will check in for the Red Hawks. It's a 6-point difference, 60-54.
Oh, yeah. So
tightening up here with 3.5 to go.
Yeah, let me tell you, got 2-3 zone by Grinnell. Now they know they're in it. Look to feed the post. They're going to try to feed the shooter. There's the post. No double team. There you go.
And all Dilly does is take that one step to the center of the lane and get that defender to take a step, and it opens up her left side back again.
To go to a zone, I think, is a mistake by Grinnell at this stage.
They've been playing very good man-to-man.
Oh, my goodness.
Tomzek puts that one up, gets it to drop.
She's a player.
She is.
She goes into the teeth of the opposition.
And we'll see her for 2 more years as she's only a sophomore.
St. Cloud, Minnesota, Cathedral High School. Slide down. There goes Dilly sliding down to the block from the elbow. Overlaid. Dilly. You know, the funny thing is, if she doesn't hit the floor, he's not going to blow his whistle.
No.
She hits the floor, so then he blows the whistle. Boy, Dilly's had a rough afternoon.
And she just fouled out.
That is huge. Absolutely huge.
And 2 of those I can't agree with.
Yeah. As Coach Buzalaki gives instructions to Burgess, who comes back into the game.
2:47 to go here. Grinnell has been hanging around by making their free throws.
Not too bad. I think Dilly was really effective, so effective. You talked about it before the game for what she did last night. Ride that horse. And that's what I would have done there too. I'd keep feeding her. In that zone, I would keep feeding Dilly in particular against the 2-3.
So it's a 4-point difference, 62-58.
This is anybody's game.
Under 3 to go.
Wow.
And a timeout called by Ripon. It'll be a 30-second timeout as Coach wants to talk to her players, as this is a very important possession for the Red Hawks.
Oh, yeah. A reminder that all select Midwest Conference championships and tournaments will be broadcast on Midwest Conference television during the 2019-2020 school year. Continue to check www.midwest for updates and announcements on fall, winter, and spring Midwest Conference television broadcast. So, let's see if coming out of the timeout, if they go back into their man, Grinnell, or if coach is satisfied that they've been able to nibble away, cut that 10-point deficit down to just 4.
And they're going to go to that zone.
Burgess has to stay calm when she's against this zone. Let's see how they're going to start next time they're down. If they go up to the elbow. Curl. Nope. Yep, there she is.
There's the backdoor feed. Overlaid it. They're going to call that one on Jensen.
Boy, a lot of fouls going against Ripon underneath.
That's her 4th.
And it was a beautiful feed. Everything was there except the real estate was not right for Jensen. Got too deep, and the shot, therefore, was ineffective. Good free throw shooter at the line for Grinnell to cut this down to a 1-possession game.
Plenty arc, nothing but net for Tomzek.
Beautiful.
She's a 70% free throw shooter.
Once again, a game in which Ripon just totally dominated in Iowa at Grinnell. Boy.
Burgess pulls that one down. 3-point difference here as we're coming up to the 2:20 mark.
What kind of composure does Ripon have in this circumstance?
Skip pass over. Good movement. And Burgess brought the ball down.
Yes, she did, at her waist.
Grinnell with an opportunity to tie it with a 3-pointer here.
You got to
we're
have
under 2 minutes.
Yeah, you got to have the triple threat. You catch and you square to the basket. Don't reach.
Yep. 8 on the shot clock. They're going to call a foul on Fall as she threw her hip into her. So you put them on the line.
Too aggressive with the defense.
Coach Buzalowski wants a explanation.
Well, yeah, it's a no harm, no foul.
Right. And now you're putting Grinnell at the line where they've been very effective
And
here.
look at this.
It's a 2-point difference.
I think it's about to be 1 with 1:42 remaining. Tighten up the seatbelts, everybody, because here we go.
Stender misses that one, and
silly foul from behind.
I think that'll be on Tomchek. She'll pick up her 4th. But that's only the 4th team foul, so no harm on that one for the Pioneers. Minute and 35 to go here. Ripon hanging on to a 2-point lead. Their biggest lead has been 10. Cross court pass. Big shot here. Off the iron. Can't get it to go. Jensen with the rebound. Puts it up and in. And a big basket there for the Redhawks. 64-60.
It's huge because it made it a 2-possession game with a minute coming up left in the game. Don't reach. They're going to get Carpenter going through the screen.
Yep.
You got to get your feelers out. In other words, your hands.
Yep.
You feel the screen and then you snake around it, or you sink. But you don't bounce off of it, especially because that's the way the game is being called. Both teams have been called multiple times for going through screens instead of around them.
And another free throw made.
Stops the clock for Grinnell, lets them get points. You're the chaser.
Stender has been very good from the free throw line today.
Grinnell as a team has been quite impressive.
Yep. So they bring it to within those two again, 64-62, 1 minute and counting to go here.
Should they come from behind to win this road game, Grinnell, the stat that you'll look at will be free throws.
Oh, by far. That and fouls. So Heath comes out and fouls. so that they can send Ripon to the line, as that'll be their 5th with 47.8 seconds to go. Katie Carpenter will go to the line for the Redhawks.
This is a senior. This is what you got to depend on. Huge to make it a 2-possession game with 48 seconds.
And she does. How many times have we seen her do that in high school?
Ice water.
Solid for Carpenter, who is only a 55% free throw shooter. Couldn't have sold me that if you didn't know that stat with those 2 nice shots.
Assistant coach for Ripon getting clarification where the inbound will take place for the Pioneers. It'll be in the forecourt, evidently, with those 48 seconds remaining on the side. So you don't want to help Grinnell out by fouling and them making you pay the price, the 15-foot mark. But you got to stay aggressive. With that second made free throw by Carpenter for the Redhawks and making it a 4-point lead, you got to do 2 things. You either got to set a 3-point play for Grinnell, or better yet, I think, you drive to the rim and try to get the contact.
And get to the line.
And get the old-fashioned type of 3-point play. But needless to say, if Grinnell scores, they will not feel compelled to have to foul Ripon down at the other end, especially if they can foul early before the 30 seconds are up, then knowing that then they would be assured to get the golf ball.
Right, one more time.
Yeah.
So here we go, 47.8 to go.
You can
now
bet
trailing by 4.
Yeah, you can bet there's a plate drawn up, and there's a down screen.
Burgess kind of flopped one there.
It'll stay here.
Or she slipped one of the
Well,
two.
I think what happened was she was trying to get the heck out of the way to make sure
no foul.
There was no foul, and fell in doing so. That's my interpretation.
Sure. 18 seconds on the shot clock here. Get it into time.
Straight up. Oh, my.
Oh, no.
Missed. I think she missed the call.
She missed that one.
All the Ripon fans down to the right.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, good job by Carpenter.
So 12 on the shot clock.
What a game. What a game. Don't reach. There's the 3.
In and out. And a timeout. Nice job of getting the rebound and calling the timeout by Jensen with 24 seconds so that she knew they would have the inbound play coming up.
On that inbound, Grinnell got what they wanted. They got a great look on an open 3. They didn't get it. Now, there's still lots of time left. So they're going to go for a steal right away. If they don't get it, then Grinnell will foul. And ideal, they're looking at stats right now. The assistants are looking at stats to see, okay, who do we want to foul? Ripon coach Buzalaki's going, who do I want out there that's a good free throw shooter?
Right.
And ball handler. Got to be strong with the ball and be able to deliver from the
Got to control it, that is for sure.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick advantage of this timeout here. Today's MWCT webcast, including video, audio, images, and all other content, are the sole exclusive property of Ripon College, Grinnell College, and the Midwest Conference and Ripon Channel. Any reproduction, distribution, or unauthorized use of this copyrighted webcast without the consent of Ripon College, Grinnell College, the Midwest Conference, Stretch Internet, and the Ripon Channel is strictly prohibited.
By the way, let me say something. On that call that we felt Carpenter tipped and it went off the Grinnell player, the official was on the baseline. She was behind the play. She was being blocked by the body of the Grinnell player. So
wide open.
Understandable.
And we'll get a foul out there on top, and that'll be on Heath.
So they went after the freshman, Jensen, who must have had a sensational high school career down in Milwaukee area. Muskego, I should say. South of us, but not Milwaukee. Muskego, that would have been Cal Schultz country.
Correct.
Talked to him last night. He played in the alumni game today. Jensen misses the first.
Big free throw coming up here for her. catches on the second one.
Everyone burning those timeouts now.
Can't take them with you, might as well use them, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of strategy going into play right now for both of these teams. 67-62 with 20.5 on the clock.
Still a two-possession game. Nothing has changed in regards to that. What it does do, because of that one made free throw, it emphasizes probably the need to make one of those shots a three-pointer.
Right.
And
so I still like your philosophy, though, of driving into the paint of your Grinnell and trying to get the foul to put points on the board without the clock running.
Yeah, it's a cat and mouse. They're going to run a set right now to free the three-point shooter, Grinnell. And the Ripon's got to close out on that shooter. So let's see what they do, because it's kind of like in a football game. You need the field goal in the touchdown. So maybe you end up settling for the field goal and not the touchdown on this possession.
Right. And then you go for it all on the next.
Yeah.
Depending what Ripon does with it. And a big turnover there.
That might have done it. She led her, and so they were going for the field goal.
Yep.
They were counting on Ripon overplaying to take away the three-point shot. Great job by the coach for
Coach Harold, yeah.
Harold anticipating that and going to go back door with a layup.
And it was there. It's just the pass was a little too high overthrown.
Yeah, a little overthrown.
So Ripon right away calling that timeout so that they can get their ducks in a row here.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I mean, this is a big game for the Redhawks after coming off of those two brutal losses.
Yeah, and Grinnell, after losing last night, they want to still remain relevant in the top four hunt.
Yep. So the students,
and they are, with this many games still to be
there's
played.
A lot to go.
Yeah. And so what happens with that, you would circle games like, oh, we got to play Ripon. Oh, we got to play Monmouth. Well, now they all become
big games.
Big games.
Yep.
Yeah.
Foul right away as Fall go to the line.
Yep. A second off the clock, basically. This is where you need your point guard, even though she's a freshman. Understanding that she was one, they call them the sensational seven. Her year last year, along with Allison Leslie, one of those seven seniors of a year ago at that high school, they went undefeated.
Makes the second one.
Went undefeated last year until the state championship game and got beat in the championships. They settled for silver instead of a gold ball. In their 4 years at Clayton High School in Wisconsin, that rural community, those seven seniors had a career high school record of like 104-8.
Which anybody would trade places for that.
Yeah.
Big difference. Well, coming up, as we said, on Wednesday the 5th, the Redhawks travel down to Lake Forest to take on the Foresters, and Beloit will travel to Grinnell. So a lot of meaningful games coming up here.
Yeah, I'd look for Grinnell to hold serve at home against an undermanned Beloit team. I say
underwoman, yeah.
Underwoman.
8 players on their team.
Exactly, yeah. They play hard, just not enough to realistically expect to win with any type of regularity. So they got to get a three. They got to hoist a three up right away.
As we're down to 10 seconds.
They're going to settle for a two.
Can't get that to go. Burgess pulls it down.
That's it.
And that's going to be the ball game.
Wow.
The Redhawks get a well-earned win against a very tough Grinnell Pioneer team here.
What a spirited effort by this Grinnell Pioneer ladies team. Well coached, very good athletes, very quick point guards, very impressed. A young team like Ripon.
And going to be many more battles to come between these two teams in the years, as like you just said, a lot of young players. So want to turn around and thank Marty Ernster, my color guy, Chris Jones, our executive producer today, and Cole Gregney on the camera. I'm Howard Hansen, and wishing you the best. Tonight's MWCT webcast was brought to you by Ripon College, Grinnell College, the Midwest Conference, Stretch Internet, and the Ripon Channel. Thank you for joining us, and please visit www.midwestconference.org for more information on MWC TV and Midwest Conference sports.